from Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, this is Poker Night. Hello and welcome to Poker Night in America presents the Party Poker Caribbean Poker Party. Filling in for Joe Stapleton and Chris Hansen, I'm Jesse Abramowitz alongside Jamie Kerstetter.
Does that mean I have to be Chris? Because I don't even know that many dad jokes.
Jamie, what do you get when you combine beautiful beaches, clear skies, endless cocktails, and poker?
A bunch of pale guys avoiding the first three things?
Way to hype it up, Jamie. They're playing for a share of $5 million, and first place will earn $1 million. There's only 8 left from the 1,061 that entered, each with a minimum of $70,000 locked up.
Preben Stokken with over $200 million has 57 big blinds. Sam Greenwood is not far behind. A lot of players with middling stacks, but keep an eye on Brazilian pro Felipe Ramos.
Enough with the exposition. Show me, don't tell me. Lines are 2 million, 4 million, with a button ante of 4 million.
Each player at this final table has locked up $70,000 minimum, all the way up to our first place prize of $1 million and the title.
2 sevens here. Stokken makes it 8.5 million. Big money implications here with each elimination. Jiri Horak, 2 queens, rips it in, and I think this is actually a tougher spot than it appears. Preben Stokken does have sevens. He already put in 2 bigs.
49.
It's only 12 bigs to call, but I think he's probably assuming correctly that no one's going to be shoving light here. Like 6s, 5s, 4s, those are never going in. Not when the pay jumps go all the way up to 1 million.
I call.
And he does make the call. He's going to get the bad news.
Bienvenidos es mi check.
King 8-5, just a backdoor straight draw for Stokken.
Deuce. 7.
Deuce does nothing.
Another deuce. Deuce is fine.
7 from heaven.
Big double up for Jiri Horak. Fun fact about Horak, he finished second in the WSOP Colossus event for 618K. Came in second place out of over 21,000 entrants.
It's pretty smart to get second in that event instead of first, because you get to win 600K and still be due.
3-4 off is a great hand on that board.
2 kings for Gjestad, hailing from Norway.
You also.
Gjestad and Preben Stokken, both hailing from Norway. There's Andrey Shatilov, considering something. And there's the 3-bet to 26.5 million from Shatilov. The pride of Brazil, Felipe Ramos, considering. And lets it go. Back over to Gjestad.
All in.
Gjestad started the hand with 105.5 million, so he's got about 26 big blinds there. Shatilov wisely lets it go pretty quickly.
Norwegian aces.
But suited.
So Gjestad is wearing a Yankee cap. Is this sort of like when Americans wear a scarf pretending to be European? He's pretending to be an American fish.
He loves the Nye Yankees.
I didn't know yet that he's so crazy.
He looks like he's not, you know?
Yeah, but then.
And then suddenly.
Andrey Shatilov now with 2 black aces, Venus and Serena.
Yeah. Ace deuce of clubs, bang.
Easy game.
No, I thought he would be bluffing too.
And Dan Dizenzo, a New Jersey online reg, wakes up with kings here.
Man, sucks to suck. There's the 3-bet to 26 million. Shatilov, if he reads Dizenzo is strong, he may go for another bet. It's also possible that he could just call here. I don't dislike either. And Shatilov elects to just call. Ace, ace, 9. Just ridiculous flop.
And the presence of 2 aces has to make Dizenzo feel a little bit better about kings. Rates to be the best hand still.
You got that right, sister. Deuce rolls off on the turn. Shouldn't change anything.
Shatilov decides to check, and trap him. Please don't use that ever.
So Shatilov has now checked the flop and turn with his quad aces. This is actually a pretty sweet run out. He can probably go for any amount he wants, and it'll look like a possible call from something as light as king high.
22?
He bets a very reasonable 23 million. If I'm in Dan's spot, I think I was hoping that it was a little more. You think your kings are good here?
Sure.
And Dan really lost the minimum on that hand.
Just quads, just quads.
Not the best. Whoa.
What a horrible flop, huh?
Do you know what he's saying?
I don't speak Russian, not Paul Manafort.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
Jesse, what's your favorite poker hand?
I'm an adult, Jamie. I don't have a favorite hand. Actually, it's 7/8 suited. It's one time I was under the gun deep in a tournament, and I didn't know
Back
what
to the action.
We are still 8-handed here at the final table. Take a look at these chip counts. Preben, Stokken, Sam Greenwood, and Andrey Shatilov, all with very similar stacks.
The blinds are up to 2.5 million, 5 million, with a 5 million chip button ante.
That is a lot of millions, Jamie. You know, the starting stack for this tournament was actually 1 million chips, and now every single orbit is going to cost each player 12.5 million.
I think maybe they should just cash out.
Is this even real? Sam Greenwood, currently the chip leader, will open king 9. Sam Greenwood already has a second place and a third place finish
Just like sticks a bit up.
here in Punta Cana. Of course, the 25K high roller and the 10K high roller. Shatilov, Queen Jack of Diamonds. He qualifies and does call. Queen 5 Deuce. Shatilov checks and flow to Greenwood.
Sam Greenwood looks up at his imaginary flow charts to decide whether this is a bet or check back.
Pretty sure it's just a giant neon sign that says always bet. 7 million is the continuation bet from Sam Greenwood. 8 comes off here on the turn. It's not the best card in the world for Sam to continue on. In reality, his hands don't connect with any backdoor draws that were there on the flop. 36 million. So much for little stabby bets. Big decision here for Shatilov. Does make the call. Seven of diamonds.
Greenwood knows when he stabs at this flop and then continues for a big turn bet that he's going to have to make a really huge on the river if he wants Shatilov to fold. Greenwood's telling the story that he has an overpair to this board, and I like that he's taking this opportunity because he's a big chip leader, and Shatilov has a lot to lose here if he busts in this spot.
Wow.
Sam Greenwood showing that he is just not scared.
This is a nearly impossible spot. I understand that the board doesn't appear to be all that ominous, but just take into consideration that Shatilov is sitting second in chips. If he were to finish second in this event, he would earn $650,000, and now Sam Greenwood has bet all 3 streets, and Shatilov is looking at walking away in 8th place if he calls and is wrong, with just 1 pair.
I can see his cards and I still want to fold. This is just a lot of pressure. In his mind, he is giving up $500,000 if he calls here and is wrong. Greenwood's a really smart player and he knows how difficult it would be to call off in this situation.
Wow.
Nice call.
Unreal call.
I honestly can't believe that just happened. Wow. Greenwood goes for it and gets punished. Shatilov makes an incredible call.
That may simply just look like a great call, but it's a really, really, really great call considering all of the money that's on the line there. Still 8-handed at this final table. And now that cripples Sam Greenwood from chip leader to just 3 bigs.
And that is close. And that is close.
Sam Greenwood on life support here. Puts the last of it in. It's 12.5. Just 2.5 bigs. Ace-6.
It's a great feeling to be that short and wake up with an ace. You know you're getting called by many, many worse hands than yours, and the big blind's pretty much compelled to call with any 2.
You can borrow one, huh? You can borrow one.
Greenwood's going to be in bad shape with Shatilov waking up with the ace-8.
Lends me a helicopter. Thank you, boss.
Preben Stokken. Just 7.5 to call. Too good to pass up. 45 million in the middle now. Greenwood with 1 foot out the door, just 12% equity. Ace in the window. 10, king, ace, 2 spades is the flop.
Pretty good flop for Greenwood, who, pairing his ace with 2 big cards, has many chopportunities.
Big card. And they can chop up Preben Stokken's money. So with the dead money in the pot, Sam Greenwood in a good position to chop and end up with 22.5. To the turn we go. It's the 6 of diamonds.
Chop it up.
From 12.5 to 45 million. Not a bad result. Greenwood more than triples up. And you know the saying, 45 million chips in a chair. Andrey Shatilov, our overwhelming chip leader with 323 million after that massive pot with Sam Greenwood. Greenwood with 1 foot out the door just found a quadruple up before break.
You like the quadruple up?
And he's now sitting with 9 big blinds at 2.5 and 5 million with a 5 million button ante. Now we just saw King Jack go into the muck, and Jamie, that's probably because there's some short stacks.
Yep, no need to mess with these big stacks, and you can just sit here and make money.
This was a 5K buy-in, and a lot of players certainly satellited their way in for much less, so the money is far more significant.
You're looking at a pay jump from $70,000 to $100,000. You can outlast even 1 person.
Meanwhile, Shatilov opens the action with ace-4, Ramos calls with 2 9s, and Dizenzo with ace-2 suited.
Like 45 behind? Like 50. Or 60.
7, 8, 5, 2 hearts. Dizenzo, nut flush draw.
All in.
Dizenzo rips it.
How much there? 56?
This is 50 right here.
I'll do it 50. I call.
Ramos makes the call, putting Dizenzo at risk for his tournament life.
No Greenwood of 3. Bravo.
Just take an ace.
Ramos is going to be looking to dodge hearts.
And the dealer makes it quick and painless, and Dizenzo is out the door in 8th place, earning himself $70,000.
Now he can buy another one of those hats.
Estes of hearts.
Not as much as I would have liked to fold, but
So down to 7. Every player has locked up at least 100 grand. Must feel nice.
Every time,
yeah, that was the hope with there that I'd have. I was supposed to have aces that time, you know. Haven't had aces today. Maybe this one.
Not me either.
Better go.
I also had kings.
No egg.
All in?
Greenwood with Jack 8 suited from the small and just 8 bigs.
And Horak does make the call with Queen 10 suited. Greenwood's not too happy about that, having his clubs dominated and his jack dominated.
No. Would be other Caribbean stud hand.
Oh, yeah, different suit.
4, 6, deuce, 1 club, nothing for Greenwood.
And Greenwood's drawing really thin on this river, but it's the jack and he gets this much needed double up.
Can't kill him. Can't kill him.
Sei na short usato.
King, queen for Jenny from the block. Gjestad from Norway. Make it 11 million.
Felipe considering getting in the mix here with his 9-8 suited. It's just too pretty to pass up here.
7, deuce, 10, up and down for Ramos. Gjestad, he remembers when the Dodgers moved from Brooklyn to LA. Eight on the turn. Ramos now with the best of it.
He does go for some turn value.
That looks like a folding gesture.
Not bad. You?
Fun fact about Gjestad, he said his favorite all-time Yankee is Danny Tartable.
Ooh, the slow peel comes through for Greenwood.
Is this for real right now? This guy's good. Finds a fold there. Get out. Should have won Best Picture. Preben Stokken with Ace King.
Preben's already stocking some chips in his mind. Real Emmy winning material there.
This just isn't fair if you're Preben Stokken.
Owen.
And we've already seen 2 of his kings folded. 3% equity with Ace King. That's hard to do.
2 hearts.
Deck of hearts.
Some life
A little
for
flat.
Stokken here on the flop. More life. Just a heart. Black 5 is about as far from a heart as you can get.
Got the spot though.
And with this 170 million chip pot, Sam Greenwood is not too far off from where he was when he made that huge bluff.
Greenwood does the thing again, and things are looking good for him.
You are a true wordsmith.
Poker Night in America is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America presents the Party Poker Caribbean Poker Party.
That is quite a mouthful.
That's what she said.
No, she didn't. She definitely didn't.
Yeah, but you could imagine what it would be like if she did. Take note of these chip counts. Sam Greenwood up to 167.5 million now. Andrey Shatilov still our chip leader, and we've got 3 stacks with sub 20 big blinds.
Especially because that board is like perfect for
And
your
we're
hand.
returning to 2.5 million, 5 million blinds with the 5 million chip button ante.
Greenwood, ace-4 of clubs.
You play like 170 now, right?
Yeah.
He'll 2x it to 10 million.
And Shatilov is finally putting that big stack to work. It's a little light 3-bet with the ace-3 suited. Greenwood with a perfectly reasonable ace-4 suited will look to make the call.
Getting better than 3-1. And there's the call, 65.5 million in the middle.
And Greenwood flopping 2 pair on this board.
It's Greenwood's forest, and we're just living in it. 21 million is the continuation bet from Shatilov.
And Sam Greenwood looking at his flow charts in the sky again, deciding what's the best play here.
Flow charts in the sky with diamonds. The 5 of diamonds peels off here. Some life for Shatilov. Not only do the players have some opportunities, but there are some rivers that can outright win the hand for Andrey.
5 of diamonds also serves to kill the action, and Greenwood can't really pump the pot much anymore.
Goes check, check.
Shatilov getting lucky here. 4th diamond on the river is going to make it really hard for Greenwood to get much more value.
Also kind of sucks if you're in Sam Greenwood's spot because you're handcuffed and you might have to make a really difficult call or fold, depending on what Shatilov decides to do.
It's kind of difficult to feel bad for Sam Greenwood right now, though.
I concur.
Does go check, check, and Sam Greenwood will take another 107.5 million chip pot.
And you know what, Jamie? He's up at 227.5 million. This is bananas.
Queen Jack of spades for Greenwood. And he elects to raise.
I like it. I like it. Shatilov, clearly a bit peeved by the way things have gone.
Shatilov elects to receive some more pain.
He will make the call. Queen 9 of clubs from the small. Ramos follows suit with King 8 in the big.
Big pot or small pot, guys?
Depends.
Depends.
Very big.
Queen 5-9, 2 hearts, top 2 pair for Shatilov.
Greenwood just running really bad here.
Poor guy. 12 million is the bet from Greenwood.
You want to play a big
And just a
pot
call
too?
from the top 2 of Shatilov.
I want to play a big pot.
Deuce of hearts on the turn. 3 hearts now on the board. 8 on the river.
kind of confused when the jack is going to come in.
Me too. I'm just expecting it to show up on 6th Street.
This would be a really sweet time for Greenwood to just pull some ridiculous bluff, because who would expect him to do it twice? His hand's too good for that, though.
He doesn't like the spot. You can tell he kind of hates it. He feels like he just has to call, but his gut is telling him otherwise. And he's going to think this one through for a bit. Conceivably, multiple draws have come in from the turn and river, and Sam Greenwood ships a big pot over to Shatilov. And we're going to make a big shift from the Greenwood to the putting green, because poker's not the only thing going on down here at the Caribbean Poker Party.
Golf, good? No. Love it? Yes.
Goal, please.
Do this.
Like a nice tight glove. That's a bit of knuckle on the end. Johnny, we've got a par 3 on the 2nd hole. Play close to the pin, one shot.
As much as you
Loser takes a forfeit. I always put money on it. Now I'm talking like streaking in the lobby or something when we get back. There's got to be a forfeit. So hole 2, yeah, we'll go for that. Should we go for that?
Good.
Go for that.
Okay.
Decent forfeit.
3 shots of tequila or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
That you don't want.
3 shots of tequila?
Straight down.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you whatever shot you want.
Johnny, 20 minutes.
Ladies tea. 2 extra beers for the lady tea.
There's a jug of beer if you don't hit it past the ladies tea at the end.
Okay, Carl. So you ready for your shots? What are you gonna enjoy?
You know what? I don't enjoy tequila. It makes me hallucinate. So
That's why we had tequila.
So I'm gonna have sambuca this evening. I'll be all right on the sambuca. But you're joining me, yeah?
I'm always in. I wanted to lose. That's why I shot so bad. But I couldn't even lose to you.
Shatilov still our overwhelming chip leader here, and there are 4 players that are still sitting with less than 20 big blinds.
And the blinds remain at 2.5 million, 5 million, with the 5 million chip button ante.
Surely they must go up at some point.
They'll go up, and my name's not Shirley.
2 jacks in the trunk for Greenwood. I hate jacks.
They are so hard to play.
There's only 3 ways to play jacks.
And they're all wrong.
Our short stack, Jiri Horak, all in with ace-queen, suited in diamonds.
Suited in his hand with diamonds. So Sam Greenwood makes the call with his 2 jacks, and it's off to the races.
He's flipping, but his real equity is probably 90%. Nine king tray.
Queen is good.
And no help for Horak on the flop.
10 of diamonds. 4 of diamonds.
10 of diamonds makes things super interesting here.
Really? 2 of diamonds. Come on.
The card for real?
2 of diamonds.
Nice.
Oh,
I hate jacks.
Nice. Also,
They never win. Should have just folded them pre-flop. I hate jacks. I hate poker. So action folds around to the cutoff. Shatilov, 6-5 will make it 12 million. Why does he always look so happy?
Just nowhere to stretch my legs out.
Ramos just calls ace jack. Yo, whose grandpa's this?
Maybe one for the Americas this time.
And how did Shatilov know it was coming? 7-5-4 flop, and he has the 6-5.
16.
Checks it to Ramos, who will give him 16 million chips.
Maybe not.
Shatilov just
Maybe not
calls
yet.
with his
Maybe not.
pair and up and down straight draw, which is now a straight with a straight flush redraw. Ramos drawing dead AF.
Ramos deciding how many chips he'd like to kiss goodbye.
$26.5 is the bet, and now the call. 121.5 million in the middle. Red deuce on the river.
It's a big pot to just give up on if you're Ramos. He's considering right now how big his bet would have to be to win this pot, how often it's going to work, and if it's the wise thing to do. Maybe the best thing to do right now is just maintain his chip stack and live to fight another hand.
80 million.
He does decide to go for it. He has to size up pretty big. He goes 2/3 pot and gets the bad news instantly.
Snap call from
And
Shatilov.
then putting you
That's a rough one for Felipe Ramos.
spades, right?
And that's actually going to put Shatilov over 500 million in chips.
The blinds have gone up to 3 million, 6 million with a 6 million chip button ante.
Shatilov with King Jack suited makes it 15 million. Two jacks. Better Erlei than never.
That makes no sense.
Doesn't have to because it's poker on TV.
$68.
Ouch, and there's the king.
Erlei is looking for the one and only jack remaining to stay in this tournament. And he makes an Erlei exit, earning $100,000 for his 7th place finish.
I was playing with you.
Yeah, thank you.
And now with the elimination of another player, everyone is locked up 150 grand, so perhaps the table will loosen up just a bit. Haven't heard from Preben Stokken in a bit, and he finds a shove with Jack 9 of hearts for 69 million. Just 11 and a half big blinds.
69.
Greenwood waking up behind with ace 10 of hearts and a decision on his hands.
All in.
There it is, the all-in.
It's not good.
I saw the ace flash.
Greenwood lamenting the fact that he saw one of his outs flash.
So did the ace of clubs. Yeah.
To the flop we go. It's deuce 9-8. Stokken temporarily pulls ahead.
And it's short-lived as the ace hits the turn. 7 completes the board, and Stokken will be eliminated in 6th place for $150,000. He's probably not thrilled to have busted out here after coming in as a chip leader.
Yeah, he's probably not too stoked Oh wait, is it Stokken? Or is it Stokken? Have we been saying it wrong this whole time?
Poker Night is brought to you by Sit and Go 2.0. Go to sitandgo20.net and claim your free Sit and Go 2.0 strategy ebook.
Andrey Shatilov, still our overwhelming chip leader here. He's got 3 times as much as anyone else, and with blinds at 3 and 6 million. Look at the stacks of Ramos. And I don't think anyone else is going to make a move other than Shatilov until Ramos does. There it is. 5 bigs, 9-7 of diamonds. Hate jacks. Fold them. Probably should just fold them.
All in.
And Horak decides to isolate with his jacks and shoves all in for 124 million.
Jacks way ahead, but we know they never win.
Hate jacks.
So the deep run of Felipe Ramos at risk here.
Ooh.
1 diamond in the window. Just backdoor draws here.
And Ramos picks up some life on the turn. He's going to need a non-hard 8. And it doesn't come home. Horak makes the flush, knocks out Ramos. And Ramos will be our 5th place finisher, taking home $220,000.
Spread a little bit.
Not a bad payday on a 5K buy-in.
Down to 4 players now, and the minimum payout is $315,850.
Action folds around to Andrey Shatilov with a monster stack there. Raises to 21 million with King 9 of diamonds. Greenwood will defend Jack 8 of hearts. Well, look at that.
That is a big flop for both players. You have Greenwood flopping middle pair, the Jack high flush draw, and Shatilov with top pair.
Just a relatively small continuation from Shatilov. And if you're Greenwood, I like just a call here. And a call, he does 81 million in the middle. 4 of diamonds on the turn.
Shatilov decides that he has a hand worth 2 streets of value, not 3.
And again, if I'm Greenwood here, I think I like checking back. He's got a lot of showdown value.
And that ace of hearts completes the board, and Greenwood makes his flush.
And in all likelihood, Shatilov will check again, and then Greenwood could just bomb for whatever amount he wants. And he's thinking now, does Shatilov have some sort of showdown value? $50 million. Nice round number. It's hard to get away from this if you're Shatilov after hitting top pair and just going check, check.
Think you got ace on the river.
And then he does make the curiosity call, finds out the bad news, and Sam Greenwood takes out another significant pot.
And I think you can tell that Andrey Shatilov is not thrilled putting any chips back into the stack of Sam Greenwood,
Very gamble.
who has been relentless at this final table. Shatilov opens ace-4. Greenwood calls with king-queen. Ace-6 queen. Greenwood checks. Shatilov sizing up a continuation bet of 13 million. Greenwood, of course, will call. 65 million in the middle. 8 of clubs on the turn. Sam checks again. $33 million, sizable bet here from Shatilov. And Greenwood does make the call, pot up to 131 million. Red 5 on the river. That's gonna go check, check. Shatilov turns over the ace.
Shatilov and Greenwood continue to spar, but who will land the first haymaker?
The punch or the actual process of harvesting hay in the age of the scythe?
Shatilov's our big chip leader right now, 606 million. I'd like to see him lean on Greenwood a little bit, who's the second biggest stack at the table, who will have to make a lot of big folds while we still have 2 short stacks under 20 big blinds left.
Fold, fold to the blinds. Shatilov just calls with 8-9.
And Greenwood checks his option with Jack 9 of clubs.
6-9 Jack, 2 diamonds.
And Shatilov decides to lead 1 big blind with his middle pair. Greenwood with a decision how he wants to play this.
Based on the board texture and how draw heavy it is, I most certainly like a raise here. Am I as good as Sam Greenwood? Shatilov probably wishing he took the check call option because he knows Sam Greenwood is quite a bully on the felt. But in this case, he's drawing quite slim. There's the 6 of clubs on the turn. Shatilov drawing dead now. $30 million is the bet from Greenwood. Shatilov does in fact get away from it.
All in.
All in from Gjestad.
79.
Fun fact, his favorite Yankee pitcher was Jack McDowell.
Cool.
There's a call from Shatilov with 2 8s. Gjestad's going to be happy to see that.
Okay. 10s mot 8s. Det sitter ikke, da skal vi check.
Hold the baby, they say. There's the full double up for Gjestad.
Gjestad with quite the rail there.
We began with 8 and are down to just 4-handed play or 8-handed play depending on the amount of arms per person.
What Jesse's trying to say is that we said goodbye to Dizenzo, Preben Stokken, Udo Erlei, and Felipe Ramos. And on the next show, we'll play down to a winner who will take home $1 million.
Cool, cool, cool. If you want more Poker Night, you can find us on social media, including Twitch and YouTube, where you can find full episodes, live streams, and exclusive content.
Also, don't forget to download our free poker app. You and your friends can have your very own Poker Night, as well as a chance to win a seat in our show. Search for us in your app store and download it today. For everyone here at Poker Night, I'm Jamie Kerstetter.
And I'm Jesse Abramowitz. Until next time, deuces. Poker Night in America is brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal and Sit and Go 2.0.